Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, it's excitement in the air for everybody in the Dominican Republic with regard to real estate, businesses, because yes, they do have certain things that happen over there. Hurricanes could happen, floods could happen, but for those of us who are savvy enough to think about investing outside of the United States, this here is the perfect storm. High investments, high record amount of tourists, wide open for you because Dominican Republic is still underdeveloped. That means you have a way in. And we're going to talk about much, much more than just the tourist numbers. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And I should have started off the video with saying, how would you like to get 15% off on premium coffee? I'm giving a little promo today for an SSN Nation member, and they started their business. So once again, use the link down below in the description for Beachfront Java. It automatically puts in the promo code when you hit that checkout page. Premium coffee from Honduras, from Central America, from Africa, from Bali even. Honduras, Bali, Africa, Peru. Premium coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Whole bean or drip grind. Check it out. All right, let's get to it. We're going to go to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page, and I'm still going to show you a little bit of the beachfront coffee as well. Now, look here. Once again, it's the SSN Academy, the SSN University, the No Guru Zone. We don't charge for books. We don't charge for webinars. We don't charge for ebooks. We don't charge for anything. We give information that can help you change your life. Every video, that's the option and what we're trying to do. Now, please share the videos like I've mentioned before. Notice over here we have our members is shown now on YouTube, so you can see a few of the members every time I show a video. And how do you become a member? You join, you hit the join button over here on the right hand side, and you can become a member of the channel. You receive special messages on the community tab. You also receive 1 or 2 videos per month specifically for you. You also can join me on any live stream and talk about anything you want live. You can also be the only ones in the Wednesday night chat room when we go live. Hopefully that's enough. We'll talk about that another day, but I wanted to just show you Beachfront Java. Get your 15% off, ladies and gentlemen. This just gives you an idea. Here's some of the blends here. Very easy. I love the Ziploc bag. So go get your support. One of our own, ladies and gentlemen, starting their business here. Soft launch. If you have any feedback, please let us know. Check us out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live stream and give some feedback. Here you go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Reasonable. This is the drip grind price for a half-pound bag. 1 pound whole bean price is about $1 or $2 more, or $5 more, but it depends on the blend. But once again, I got the Campfire Brew. Why? Because it has notes of chocolate, cocoa, and caramel. Oh, it smells so good when it's brewed. I got to give you guys, this is awesome stuff, and I don't even really drink coffee, but it smelled the aroma like, oh wait, who's making hot chocolate? But no, it's coffee. It has hints of hot chocolate cocoa to it. It's not overly, it's a hint of it. So it makes it smooth, and I just want to keep drinking more and more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough. Let's get into the Dominican Republic and the record-breaking May. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. January, February, March, April, and now May has broken records once again. This is exciting for everybody that has bought real estate, everybody who's making investments, starting a business, doing anything in the DR. This is a change that's happening, and guess what? It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. I'm going to have links down below. If you want to get some real estate, I'm going to have a link down below for Nestor. Left field. He's been on a few of our live streams. He's talked about properties in Vista Cana, Sabana, and Riviera Castagna. Check it out. I'll provide a video where you can see his live stream. Then what I'm going to do is have a live stream to Larimar City, my #1 rated spot. And Vista Cana, by the way, is my #2 rated spot. And we'll be talking about the live stream I did with Gwen. His link's going to be down below, because if you do anything with these two individuals, you got to come on a live stream and at least brag about what you purchased. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry to get yourself in pre-construction in the Dominican Republic. This is why these numbers are awesome. 20% growth in May. Let's look at some of these numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. The total number of visitors, including air and cruise, 757,949 for everybody on podcast, which is a record-breaking figure for the country once again. So some people thought I was crazy when I said 7.5 to 8 million tourists are going to come in 2023. People think I'm crazy when I said 8.5 to 9 million in 2024. Now, 2025, when a lot of people's projects and units and villas and condos are going to be finished, oh my, can you picture 10 million? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a record 2 years from now, it's going to happen. All right, now, here we are. 621,575 tourists arrived by air. Okay, that's an 11% increase compared to 2022, 18% increase compared to 2019. The reason why they're not using 2020 and 2021, they were under lockdown and they had COVID, so therefore nobody's traveling. All right, now, additionally, 136,000 cruise passengers in May. We're going to talk about a cruise thing later on, surpassing the numbers from both 2022 and 2019. When considering the entire first 5 months of the year, welcomed a total of 379,392 arrivals by air. Another record-breaking statistic. Are you going to sit by and not get in on the real estate or business startup revolution when they're practically handing customers to you? Seriously, let me know what you guys think. Are you not going to invest in the Dominican Republic? It's rising. Now, Dominican Republic received 7.9 tourists by air alone, which is the highest number of visitors in the history of the country. All right, that's what the projection is. I agree. We were talking about this before. 7.5 to 8 million tourists this year by air. That is significant. Now, the breakdown. The 51.6% of the visitors are coming from the United States. Well, there's going to be a lot more coming from the United States. Why? Open Skies Agreement should have been signed. That means instead of it costing $500, $1,500, $1,200 to fly there from parts unknown, it might only cost you $250, $300 round trip from the East Coast. That means there will be a definite increase in flights. All right? This is Punta Cana and Santo Domingo is what I'm referring to. Previously, if you flew to Punta Cana, it cost more, a lot more generally. That's coming down in price. 51.6% of the visitors were from the United States, 11.4% from Canada, 4.2% from Colombia, 4.1% from Argentina, and Puerto Rico, 3.5% right next door. Very interesting. Regarding the airports, once again, Punta Cana leads the way, 59.4%. They are staying around that 60% figure, even though we were higher than that earlier in the year at 67%. But 59 still keeps us on where we want to be annually. We want to be at 60% on average. Why? Because you guys know, if you can get 400,000 visitors, 4.8 million visitors landing at Punta Cana. That means there's 100,000 visitors by air coming in every week on average. Is that enough for all of the hotels? Yes, it is. Is that enough for people that are going to rent out their villas and condos and townhomes? Yes, it is. Does that mean there's going to be more money involved, meaning transportation, businesses that are going to have to open, and a whole bunch of offshoots of those businesses that should open? You guys, this is the beginning. You should consider this. You know what's going to happen. I'll have a link down below if you want the development plans for downtown Punta Cana. Yes, a PDF. We have it here. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's keep moving, because here is the other things. We have more. Because the Dominican Republic is expanding all of their infrastructure, the United Kingdom said, well, we'll give you another credit line. We're going to expand it to $4 billion. Here it is, $4 billion. Why? Water, public health, and transportation. These are going to be key on the island, not just in the Punta Cana, just not in Santo Domingo, but Santiago, Puerto Plata, Cabarete, La Samana, all of these locations, La Romana, all of these locations where the airports are, they're going to need infrastructure built, and you're going to need some transportation routes improved. They're doing that, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to be able to tax all these people. Now, let's keep moving. This is going to be short and sweet, but still going to probably be 15 minutes. Nonetheless, look at this. The Eastern Zone is the engine of the Dominican economy. Okay, this is the guy. He's exactly right. All right, exactly right. This is what I've been trying to tell you. If you have 60% of the total visitors from into your country is in a certain sector of your country, if you are an individual, you can get in early when the prices are cheap. That just means you just got to hold, do your business, and from that point on, you're either making money in your business, or you'll be able to sell your business or sell your condo or sell whatever business you started at a much higher price later. But you can get it cheap now. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, if you want to be part of the SSN Lifestyle Ring of Fire, then that means you could potentially invest with me in storage unit in the Dominican Republic, in the Punta Cana area, with all these condo, townhomes, and villas they're going to be building, where people are going to put their little extra leftovers when they leave out of town or want to leave and then turn their unit into a rental. Maybe they want to take out some of their furniture and then put in some rental type furniture. And where are they going to keep it? You can't right now, because there's hardly any storage facilities there. You can get land cheap right now, and you can potentially put your storage unit on there. This is the time to get in. So for this year in 2023, that's what I'm working on. So stay tuned. You're going to have to join me. Now, let's get talking about these promos. JetBlue has already started it, ladies and gentlemen. $156. Santo Domingo, Punta Cana. I'm loving it. We are loving this a lot. JetBlue offers discounted travel in the U.S. to international destinations such as Caribbean, offering flights from 156 to 189 to Punta Cana. 156 to Santo Domingo, 189 to Punta Cana. JetBlue offers flights to Puerto Rico with tickets at 141. Oh, we're loving this. Bogota, 159. Medellin, 241. We're loving all these numbers. That means there's going to be people visiting all over. Summer flights from Ecuador, 222. That's a long way too. That's interesting that these flights would be that price. Air Canada says, you know what? We're going to expand our capacity on flights to the Caribbean, including the Dominican Republic. So are you guys understanding the storm that's brewing? More flights, cheaper flights means more people. More people means more money to be made on all fronts if you are using it as a business. Stake your claim now. Down below in the description, you can find Nestor. Like I said, he has the Vista Cana routes. He has other projects as well that he can promote, but go through him. Let him know SSN Nation sent you. Go through Gwen. Let him know SSN Nation sent you. And like I said, send me an email if you decide to buy anything there, because I want to hear about it. We have over 45 people who have purchased real estate or started a business inside the Dominican Republic over the last 2-3 years. It's incredible. All right, let's look at this even further just to give you an idea. I'll have a link down below to all of these articles separately. They're all found on Dominican Today, but I'll separate them down below so you can go directly to the page if you don't want to look around. Now, Air Canada plans to introduce 2 additional flights from Montreal to La Romana. And in case you don't know where La Romana is in Dominican Republic, it's on the eastern shore, roughly about an hour, hour and a half away from Punta Cana. So in the east, in the past, they've had generally about 4% during the winter time, January, February, March, and April. 4% of the tourists go through La Romana. And generally, like this past year, 67% landed at Punta Cana Airport, giving the eastern side of the island 70% of all tourists in high season. And if you get 400,000 people, 100,000 people coming, and you can get 70,000 people per week landing in your territory on the island, that is pretty sweet. If you can get 140,000 people, that would even be better, right? So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're going with this. Air Canada expanded offerings to Caribbean destinations, Mexico, Halifax, Cancun, Montreal. So just give you an idea, this is how it's going down. All right, they're increasing capacity on their flights and increasing the number of flights starting this year. What do you think is going to happen in 2024, ladies and gentlemen? You tell me. Make those comments down below. And then here's some of the bad. This is what some people have said. They go, Eric, oh my God, there's earthquakes. Yes, magnitude 4.1 recorded in Dominican Republic. No cause for alarm. It's in this section. Now, here's another little factor that comes into play. In case you're not familiar with geology, there are fault lines all throughout the world. All right, some are more active than others. The Dominican Republic has fault lines underneath it and also a fault line in the ocean. That's how these plates move. That's how you get islands moving. That's how you get continents moving. They move. All right, that's how it works. Now, I want to point out, they go over it, I believe here we go. The earthquake was in the bed of the Yuna River within the fault zone of the inland thrust of Hatillo. All right, so there was no issue, but Dominican Republic has 14 seismically active faults, but only 2 of them have the potential to generate devastating earthquakes. These 2 faults are the one on the Atlantic coast. I don't know what they refer to as the Atlantic coast. I have to let you know, but I don't know where that is. Atlantic Ocean is where they're in as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know if they mean on the, well, I don't know what part of the island they're referring to, but I'll just use it as the eastern side of the island, Atlantic coast, north of Puerto Plata. Oh, okay. Well, then there we go. That's what they're calling the Atlantic coast. North of Puerto Plata, that's the one, and west of Monte Cristo. All right. As well as the Enriquillo fault that passes south of Santo Domingo, Barahona. All right, so there you go. Those are the major 2 faults, and guess what? They are, here's Puerto Plata up here, ladies and gentlemen, and here's that fault line that runs offshore. So you already know where the hot spots are as far as moving, but that doesn't mean everybody else is immune. That just shows you being on this eastern shore, here's fault lines that are major, just to give you an idea. All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, Aerojet and a bank Reserva seal an alliance to promote Dominican travel. Here it is, in case you have this bank, which is BCD, I believe is their name, right? One of the benefits is a 20% return on the ticket purchase, providing customers with the financial incentive. So you get 20% back if you use your debit or credit card. And the benefits are exclusively available for purchases made between June 2nd and June 16th. And they apply to Aerojet's 17 destinations in 12 countries, as well as its 44 connecting flights. All right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A little discount if you have this bank. You can go to aerojet.com to find out about it. Ban reserve us, debit or credit. There you go. There'll be a link down below if this interests you. All right, let me know what you guys think, because this is very, very awesome, with records being broken every month, just like we predicted last year. I was saying they're going to be breaking records, and just like I'm predicting for the next 2 years, they are going to be breaking records. So, are you going to be part of this expansion and this explosion, or are you going to sit on your hands and just say, oh, well, that's for somebody else? Because when it comes to business, it's not personal, it's business. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for watching it. Thank you so much for your support over all these years. And I appreciate your support if you are also new here. And once again, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, but if somebody tells you you can get a condo for 70 grand, 80 grand, 90 grand, 100 grand. If somebody says you can get a villa for 70 grand, 80 grand, 90 grand. If somebody says you can get a townhome for 70 grand, 80 grand, 90 grand, 100 grand. And somebody could tell you, guess what? You have man-made beaches, man-made lakes. Oh, and you have golf courses. Oh, and by the way, not only that, you have nightclubs, restaurants, shopping zones, all within a community that's gated. And you could buy something in there for 100,000, 118,000, 150,000, 200,000. No credit check, no qualifying, no barrier to entry. Somebody says you can buy pieces of the jungle right now for X amount of dollars per hectare, and you're sitting there like, is this for real? Yes, they're deeded properties. It's deeded just like in America, ladies and gentlemen. Same rules apply. The only difference is lawyers handle the closing generally. That should change probably in about another year. I would imagine some of these title companies are going to try and get in on some of this action. They're having millions of closings going on per year, and they're not going to let this slide much longer. I would imagine sooner or later there's going to be some sort of a company, a title company known in the United States that's going to be over there. But anyhow, thank you so much. Let me hear your comments down below about anything that I discussed. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.